Sir Winston Leonard Spencer Churchill. He was a British politician, army officer, and writer. He was the British Prime Minister from 1940 to 1945, that is, during the Second World War, and again from 1951 to 1955. Winston Churchill was born on November 30, 1874 at Blenheim Palace, his family's ancestral home in Oxfordshire. His father, Lord Randolph Churchill, who was a member of the Conservative Party, was elected as a Member of Parliament from Woodstock in 1874. His mother, Jenny, was the daughter of Leonard Jerome, a wealthy American businessman. He was a descendant of John Churchill, the first Duke of Marlborough, from his father's side, and was a member of the British aristocracy. Churchill's paternal grandfather was appointed Viceroy of Ireland, then part of the United Kingdom, in 1876. His son Randolph became his private secretary, and the family moved to Dublin. Winston's brother Jack was born there in 1880. At the age of 7, Churchill attended St. George's boarding school in Scott, Berkshire, and in 1884 transferred to Brunswick School in Hove. At the age of 13, he passed the entrance exam of Harrow School. And because his father wanted to prepare him to join the army, he spent the last 3 years of his stay at Harrow doing military-related training. He was accepted as an officer's student in the cavalry in September 1893. His father died in January 1895, a month after Churchill graduated. Churchill reached the rank of second lieutenant in February 1895. Eager to experience battle, in the fall of 1895 he went to Cuba with his friend Reggie Barnes to observe the Cuban War of Independence and join the Spanish forces that were trying to suppress the independence fighters. He sent reports about this conflict to the Daily Graphic newspaper in London. After Cuba, Churchill went to Bombay in October 1896. He settled in Bangalore and stayed in India for 19 months. In India, Churchill turned to self-education and studied the works of a wide range of authors, including Plato, Edward Gibbon, Charles Darwin, and Thomas Babington Macaulay. On his return to Britain, he made his first public speech for the party's Primrose Union at Claverton Down, near Bath. He combined reformist and conservative views and supported the promotion of secular and non-religious education, but opposed women's suffrage. Then, as a reporter for the Morning Post, Churchill traveled in October to the conflict zone near Ladysmith, which was then besieged by Boer forces. During the train journey, it was shelled by the Boer artillery and the train derailed, and Churchill was captured as a prisoner of war and imprisoned in the Boer prisoner of war camp in Pretoria. Being in the mine, he escaped from his pursuers. His escape attracted a lot of attention. Churchill's political career began in 1900 when he was elected MP for Oldham. Over the years, he changed political affiliations, going from the Conservative Party to the Liberal Party and back to the Conservative Party. His positions in government included serving as President of the Board of Trade, Home Secretary, and First Lord of the Admiralty. During his 4 years as Prime Minister, he spent most of his activities on building housing and providing a suitable platform for making nuclear bombs. When his health was deteriorating, he resigned from the position of Prime Minister in 1955. But he never resigned from his membership in the English Parliament, and he is currently referred to as the Father of the Parliament. Winston Churchill suffered a stroke on January 10, 1965 and died 12 days later on January 24. The government held an official funeral for Churchill. His coffin lay in Westminster Hall for 3 days, and the family tomb was moved to St. Martin's Church in Belladon.